You're watching Pyro Media Network.
Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope your experience is fruitful. Please feel free to visit our website to find out how you can join our growing family. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. Also, share so others may enjoy as well. And we hope you would consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. All right, let's start the show.
Christian ain't good with forgiving, ain't turning my cheek, now I'm raising that pistol. Lord, forgive me. With all my breath, with all my strength, with all my pain, fighting this war. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. No turning back, 'cause I'm free.
Hey, spread the word to my people. The spirit fell on me, told me fight against the evil, not turn, yeah. Fuck the sticks now, nigga, give me burners. Hold up, hey, spread the word to my people. The spirit fell on me, told me fight against the evil, not turn. We in the sticks, now we all got burners. Hold up, I'm hearing voices in my head say I need to be.
Welcome to Dirty Laundry, y'all, the podcast with KO, where we pull no punches and dive head first into the challenging conversations that our community needs to have. From economics and inner city violence, to abortion, to religious fanaticism, white folks, of course. We're going to talk about the white folks today and everything in between. We tackle the issues that shape the Black experience with honesty, courage, and a vision for growth. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Some of these conversations, as usual, will get messy, but that's why we do laundry. We rinse, right? We wash and we rebuild. Well, we wash, we rinse, and we rebuild. But because it's our duty to reclaim and control the narratives that are associated with our people. So with that, y'all, welcome to Dirty Laundry. Let's start the show with the pre-wash with Kwame Speaks.
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
I can't say that I'm doing bad, but I cannot say that I'm okay considering what the fuck's going on in this country.
I hear you, my brother. I hear you. Well, we're going to talk about it. I'm looking forward to your show. Hang in there. We in this together, my brother. All right.
Absolutely.
First up on this pre-wash here, we got some good news. I wanted to start off with a little good news first. We got Deion Sanders. We got a little praise report from him. And Deion Sanders has reported that he's officially back, and he is making sure that the world knows he is entering the upcoming college football season with great energy and good health. Deion Sanders announced that he is cancer free. Okay, he quote, "I got my swagger back."
Yeah, man. Shout out to Deion, man.
Shout out to Deion.
Fellow Leo gang in the building.
Shout out to the Leos.
My favorite, man.
Now, the Colorado.
Prime time, my favorite. Yeah.
Prime time. Now, the Colorado Buffaloes head coach revealed on Good Morning America that he is cancer-free following a quiet but incredibly grueling battle with an aggressive form of bladder cancer. Heading into his fourth year leading the program in Boulder, Sanders is framing his recovery as a total restoration of the energy that has defined his legendary sports career. Happy days ahead for you, good sir.
Shout out to Dion, man. Shout out to Dion. Prime time. We love you, man. I'm glad you're back.
Yes. Very happy you're back, brother. All right, man. So this douchebag. I did
This
not
raw bologna sandwich ass motherfucker.
I did not want to talk about this, but it's important, especially in light of what you're getting ready to talk about in your theme for today's show. But a lot of people keep saying that racism is gone and it's done and it's not happening anymore. But this, right, exactly. And this incident happened in Georgia. This thug, this terrorist went ahead and is a neighbor to this family that was having an event at their house, minding their black business, having a black ass time. And well, let's just take a look at what happened.
Now, that shooting happened Sunday evening on Autumn Leaf Drive in Leesburg. The Lee County Sheriff's Office says Jeffrey Tyler Kinzer shot at partygoers after a verbal altercation occurred. No one in the family was reportedly injured, and Kinzer was shot after a family member returned fire.
He was charged with aggravated assault. WAOB News 10's Mariah Norman sits down with a witness who says their family was racially targeted.
This family says they were celebrating a birthday and spending time together before a man they identify as a neighbor pulled up and opened fire with an AR-style rifle. Witnesses say the family was gathered outside for a reunion Sunday night when a car drove by. A white man who witnesses say was Jeffrey Tyler Kinzer was inside the car yelling racial slurs at the group.
So this piece of shit was sitting there
with corn in it.
With corn. With unprocessed corn. Okay, absolutely. This piece of shit came in there and they didn't do anything. They were sitting there having a good time, enjoying their time, and this guy came out of nowhere, just partying while black. That was their only issue that was going on. Just partying, having a good time in their own house, in their own street, on their own block, in their own space, and partying while black. And so don't sit there and tell me that racism is not real. Don't sit there and tell me that it's done and it's been over. It's over with. It's still happening. It's still happening. Which leads me to my next story. As you guys know, unfortunately, we had a not so pleasant conviction with the situation that's going on with Carmelo Anthony. I think it was completely disproportionate. I don't want to take away from the show. My boy KO is going to go ahead and get into it a little deeper. But I thought it was relevant that the victim's father, who is, I think, a piece of shit as well. I'm sad that his son is no longer here. We're not going to take away from that. But at the end of the black ass day, he's a dick. Take a look. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry, before I play the video.
About as sad as we are when they fed our children to alligators and shit.
That part. Take a look. Up. Do I have it? I think there we go. Okay, we're having a little bit of difficulty. That's probably God saying no. Don't play it right now because it's going to aggravate us. But that
God,
is what's going
please.
On. Yeah,
oh, black God, please. Play the clip. Oh, black God.
Let me see. But while I'm trying to reset this, what are your thoughts on the whole situation when it came to, because I feel like if he would have just, I understand that he's grieving, I understand all the stuff or whatever, but I think he should have just kept his just keep it to yourself. Just like, just, you didn't have to go on. This is not how you grieve somebody. And what you were saying is is horrific. I think I fixed it. Hold on one second. Let's take a look.
It took on this huge, wider.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, bro. I apologize, but basically the gist of what he was saying was that he was saying that they that the whole situation wasn't race, that had nothing to do with race, and that they were using race as a way to cover the fact that Carmelo unalived his son. But nobody's talking about the fact that his son antagonized Carmelo, that Carmelo was defending himself, and that he was that. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and play games. You know, nobody should unalive anybody. But at the end of the day, it's okay when Cyrus, who did not steal anything, gets chased down and unalive, because he was quote unquote the shop owner. Rick Shaw was defending himself. It's okay when cops attack and unalive people in the car, or Sandra Bland or Fidel Castillo or George Floyd it's okay when they do that. We don't get grace.
And shit, in the words of finesse 2 times, shit, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck.
Exactly. But that's gonna do it for me, bro. I'm looking forward to the show. I'm gonna leave it in your hands, my brother.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. We're gonna cover that topic right now. We're gonna get into that right now. And now it's time for the spin cycle, y'all. Let's do this. Topic of the day is, man, is this the American dream or the American nightmare part 2? Is this the American dream or the American nightmare? Are we as Black Americans delusional about the American dream? Now, before anybody gets emotional, let's have an honest conversation now. This is an honest conversation. We are told that if we work hard, keep our nose clean, get an education, and play by the rules, the success is waiting on us on the other side. I think that is utter and complete bullshit. And I think that in this system of Eurocentricized male hegemony, I think that we are unrealistic for even thinking that. All right. That's the promise. That's the dream. But has the dream worked the same for everybody? I don't think so. How many times have we heard that if Black Americans just comply, work hard, follow the rules, and keep our hands visible, get an education, and stay out of trouble, that everything will be okay? Yet we continue to see stories like we're seeing in the news right now that make us question that promise. Whether it's a traffic stop, working through a neighborhood, shopping in a store, walking through a neighborhood, shopping in a store, or simply just being in certain spaces. There are many who feel that Black people are too often viewed first as suspects and citizens second. As a matter of fact, if we look at history, we were never considered to be citizens. I want y'all to get that in y'all head, wrap that shit, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Roll that up in your backwood and smoke that one. We were never considered citizens. So would this be the reason why we can't get rights in this country? So let's have a real conversation tonight. Let's have Black Americans fully benefited from the American dream, or have we bought into an ideal that has often looked different in practice than it does on paper? I mean, shit, it's our experience. Is our experience unique? I mean, other groups don't experience the same thing that we experience. From what I see, they get exonerated on all levels. Run away from somebody, get shot, self-defense claim, get exonerated, go free. Huh? Bully somebody, tell them that they can't be in a specific space, even though your ass was not supposed to be at school. Your family history and dynamic is messed up. You come from a divided family. But yet, we still get treated like, well, like we're not citizens. So, with that, let's have the conversation. This is not about fear. This isn't about division. This is about really a reality that we live as Black people. It's about asking difficult questions that many people are afraid to ask out loud. Is the American dream really a dream, or is it a motherfucking nightmare? All this and more up next on Dirty Laundry. Let's go to commercial, y'all.
This is Tammy from Tammy's Take, and you're watching Pyro Media Network.
Hey, it's Dr. Nicole D. Vick from Dr. Victorious, and you're watching Pyro Media Network.
Black mama still crying on TV. These young brothers still dying on TV. Crackers on the camera still lying on TV. 3% rappers might put it on the CD. And our leaders, most of them speechless. How you gonna preach when you ain't trying to reach it?
All right, y'all, we back. Let me take my motherfucking medicine. And I know I'm using a lot of expletives today, but today is the day that, you know, I gotta take a pause for the car. I gotta take my medicine. Gotta take my blood pressure medicine because my motherfucking blood pressure is up. All right. So today on Spin Cycle, I intend to shed some light on some situations that are now currently going on in our society right now. Now check this out. Let me frame something for you. Let me take off my glasses so you can see my eyes so I can tell you something. Cyrus was just unalived by a man who said that he was accused of stealing waters out of the store. Just hear me out for a second, y'all. He was accused of stealing 4 bottled waters out of the store. When he came in the store, they told him to put his bag down because he couldn't have a bag because for obvious reasons. I mean, let's be realistic about this. People do shoplift. And I mean, you've seen all the movies, Menace to Society, Hurry Up and Buy, Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in your hood, Hurry Up and Buy, right? Historically, Asian people have always followed us around their stores. The audacity of them to follow us around our stores, but come to our communities to make their money. Now, there's a guy that's going viral that's saying, if you really feel like you can do without us and do without all of this shit, then do your own thing, challenging us to stick together. And what I would say is as Black people, we need to meet the fucking challenge. I mean, he talked about Jordans. You wouldn't be able to work in the plant hadn't Jordan been on the fucking shoe. See, we're the seasoning on everything that people in this society do. We the fucking seasoning. Like if you want flavor, you come to us. I mean, everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga. Y'all love our music, man. You love it. You know what I'm saying? You love to culturally misappropriate the shit that we do. But when in terms of being properly represented, given justice, treated equally, I mean, Nat Turner, if you go and look at the case with Nat Turner, the judge basically said that white men don't have to follow the rules when it comes to Black people. And yet you'll hear a progressive or a liberal say, hey, shit, we're in different times and racism doesn't exist anymore. I'm calling bullshit. So today I intend to shine light on something that many people would rather look away from. We're going to revisit the situations involving Black Americans again who lost their lives while doing ordinary things. No, you know what? I did that last week. Today, I'm going to shine light on the people who actually unalived people and what their specific ethnic proclivity was. See, this isn't about making excuses. See, people like to say we make excuses. Black people, oh my God, you're always making excuses. You're always doing this. You guys never build anything. You guys are always complaining. Oh my God, we're in 2026. You can participate in free market capitalism. But when we do, guess what? You like to burn our shit to the ground. So we're going to talk about it today, just like I talked about it last week. But see, I showed the victims last week. Now I'm going to show the assailants, the people who actually unalive people. Like, how do we learn civility from a system that has always been uncivilized to us? I mean, how deplorable is feeding someone's child to alligators for your enjoyment? Here recently in the media, a lady specifically calls some Hispanic Americans to do Hispanic Americans. I don't know what they are, but I'm going to say Hispanic Americans because in the Mexican War, somebody came and took their shit. I just want you to understand where I'm coming from. She calls them to do a roof for her, and then she calls ICE on them after they did the roof and tried to get them in trouble because she didn't want to pay. These are the people that are living amongst you. You do not know who they are because they are too cowardly to show who they really are. And then when things get extreme, they kill you. They unalive you. So this isn't about making excuses. This is about defending criminal behavior. This isn't about that. This is about examining cases where people were killed despite not committing a crime at the time. We're going to ask tough questions. We're going to look at patterns. Patterns. Let's look at patterns. Let's look at culture, how people culturally are, right? We're going to look at discuss perceptions, and we're going to do race, justice, and accountability. Because at what point do we stop calling these incidents isolated events, and start asking whether there's a larger issue that needs to be addressed? When are we going to start doing that? Think about what I'm saying. Cyrus was running from somebody that accused him of doing something, but he didn't do it. He shook his clothes to show that he didn't have anything. He leaves the store walking. And then when he sees people are behind him, these two people from the store running and chasing behind him, running towards him, he runs. Listen to me out. He runs. And instead of, because they try to paint him as like a violent, a shoplifting criminal, because, they always go to your Instagram page and look at the shit that you do, right? So instead of him turning around instantly with the gun because somebody's chasing him and saying, I'm a bust on you, he runs. Just let that shit sink in for a second. He runs. And then 130 yards away from where he was assumed to have stolen something, these people say that he fell to the ground and was about to pull out his gun and shoot, and that's when they unalived him. And the defense that they put up was it's self-defense. The case, COVID affected the case a lot. You know what I'm saying? They had to deliberate for a long time. He went out and got a coon. A buck down. Hold on. My bad. Hold on. He went and got somebody that we would like to trade. I don't give a shit if you just take your Hippocratic oath and you saying, I just got to defend you. Justice is blind. Listen, I'm not blind. And people that say they are colorblind, you full of shit. Because if you are colorblind, then you are not being realistic about what the fuck is going on in this country. If people say I'm colorblind, I love everybody, you're a motherfucking lie, and I'm more skeptical of you than somebody come out and say, I hate niggas. I got to watch you more. So here's the thing. Now, Carmelo Anthony. Mind you, Child got off for saying he was defending himself after he was a person who pursued a person 130 yards from his place of business. If anybody knows the law on unaliving somebody who comes in your home, check this out. You have to unalive them within the parameters of your property. If they go outside of your property, then it's murder. I wonder why Mr. Child was an exception. I wouldn't even call him Mr. Child. I would call him Chinese Child. Why was he an exception to the rule? Black people, why was he an exception to the rule? Mind you, you see my shirt? My shirt is what color, but my skin is what color. So black is a rudiment of classism. So Child not being a white American is classified in what area? I don't want to hear shit about equal. I don't. If everything was equal, why the fuck would we have to fight for equal rights? Why are people still protesting in 2026? Huh? Black people, you need to wake the fuck up. So now let's get to Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony, 3.7, 3.8 grade point average, captain of the basketball team, football team, overall leader. If I had to do a character reference on him and had to say what kind of student he was, I would say he was good at leadership. People followed him. He had good grades. He hadn't been in trouble before. And people will say, well, he was instructed not to bring a knife to school. I'm led to believe if that boy would have killed that man with a shoe, his ass would have got the same outcome. Come on now. In Texas, the last slave state, are you serious? They'll find anything to convict your people, but find everything to not convict other people. There's nuances. There's context that you have to have. This man did not bring a knife to school. Words matter. Words matter. He did not bring a knife to school. He brought a multi-use thing that you would use in the fucking Boy Scouts. Now, I get it. People be like, oh, the rules. Mind you, what I just said is when somebody leaves your property line or business, if you chase them, the rule is you cannot unalive them. And especially not use a self-defense thing and then get off with it. Come on now. Let's not play games, right? So Carmelo Anthony is in the tent. It's not suspended. These other people are suspended. These other motherfuckers is suspended. These Metcalf people are suspended. Known for being bullies around the school. Also have pictures of them with guns, hunt deer out of season, right? Their daddy spews racially charged rhetoric, right? Think about what I'm saying to you. We're going to use the same rubric that they use on us when they're trying to criminalize our images and our imagery. Just think about what I'm saying to you. Think about what I'm saying to you. Suspended from school, comes to a tent with a little boy and tells him that he does not have the right to be there. And then here's the rules again, because the rule on assault is once you touch me, it's an assault. And I don't know if y'all understand this, but Texas is a stand your ground state. What does that mean, everybody? What the fuck does that mean? That means that if somebody comes to try to do something to you, or put their hands on you, no matter what the rule is. It's a technicality. Oh, he had a knife. A nigga with a knife. Stand your ground says, if you touch me, I have the right to protect my body. I have the right to protect myself. And what I'm trying to get y'all to understand is that when it comes to the rules, when it comes to them applying or rules being applicable, those rules do not apply to you. And have they applied to you throughout history? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Play the video, please.
We want to believe that black folks have it better today than they did during chattel slavery. We think because we see black folks in commercials, or we see LeBron James and Chris Brown and Magic Johnson doing well for themselves, that things are different now. They aren't. There were black slave owners. If you assimilate into white culture, you can survive potentially. This is a real psychological warfare going on, and white folks don't have the tools nor the will to develop the skill set socially to really be a part of change. And that is the sad part. We are still weapons for the greedy folks. We want to believe that black folks have
I mean, shit. What else can we say? What else? Is it the American dream or is it the American nightmare? You know what? I'm so frustrated. Let's go to commercial and then we'll check the facts when I come back, please.
Hey, it's Pastor Kim from It's Just Kim Live Show, and you're watching Pyro Media Network.
The news is divided. Ground News puts it back together, with coverage from thousands of outlets around the world in one place. So you can spot sensational reporting, no matter what side of the political spectrum you're on. Beside every headline, you'll see who owns the source, how reliable it is, and if they have a political bias. Multiple perspectives side by side, giving you a well-rounded view of today's biggest stories. Visit ground.news to learn more.
People who knew better just stuck with racism for political reasons, is what I think. Yeah. But a lot of it, just in average citizens, people didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to help. There still are a lot of strange myths floating around in the South. There were a lot of strange tales from Reconstruction. There's an awful lot of fiction that floats about, and so I have no idea what kind of weird notions people had. But mostly I think it is of losing control. I mean, there was some higher level of trust, even of dishonest or corrupt white politicians, than of a black in some position of authority over you, for people who had grown up with these myths and fears.
Black mama still crying on TV. These young brothers still dying on TV. Crackers on the camera still lying on TV. 3% rappers might put it on the CD. And our leaders, most of them speechless. How you gonna preach when you ain't trying to reach it?
Do y'all know why I keep having white people say it? Because for some strange reason, when we say it, it falls on deaf ears, right? And then you have those guys or those gals, those that come from our specific ethnic proclivity that have made it so to speak. Like, I made it. Like, what's your complaint? Like, I made it through the storm. I made it through the struggle. I don't know what you're talking about. Lace up your bootstraps and come on, we can make it together. All right, listen, you've always been able and allowed to participate in free market capitalism. That's not the argument. The argument is this. Watch this out. Check this out. What percentage of, okay, everybody's watching the finals, right? Like, the San Antonio Spurs are playing against the New York Knicks. But while you're entertained and watching the best sports show that you've ever seen in your life, sitting above them is 0% Black ownership. Let that sink in for a second. The NBA has 0 Black owners. I wonder if let me see. I can 0 Black owners. 0. See that? A big ass goose egg. You like football? Football, your favorite shit, huh? Guess how many Black people own a team in the NFL? Hold up. Can I hold up for a second? Let me get the bottom of my medicine. You see that? That's a motherfucking 0. 0. Okay. All right. No. When they send you to Columbine or when you go to learn how to play those sports or be in those sports fields, they damn near pull all your clothes off you and grease your ass up. It resembles something. It resembles the auction block. We're not even gonna go and see. Most of us can be independent now. We can stream. We can have our own brand recognition. We can do all of those things, right? But before you got to do that, they own the music companies that marketed certain music to you. Now, I find it ironic that Howard Stern got kicked the fuck off of radio for lewd material, but they allow all of our entertainers, the FCC regulates every message, to willfully promote degradation. You think it's got anything to do with the prisons that they own? Kinda. I mean, I can do this all day. Okay. Supreme Court justices. How many Supreme Court justices have been Black throughout the, okay, you like the vote? People love the vote, right? They like the vote. How many Black Supreme Court justices have you had? How many Black presidents have you had? Okay, you're talking about how shit has, okay, we can make it. Of course we can make it. If we made it through chattel slavery, if we made it through gay debate, if we made it through 100 years of lynching, how resilient do you think our people are? But the narrative is that we complain and we act like victims, but we came through all that fuckery to be who we are right now. You love our basketball. Put some soul food in a motherfucking white person's mouth, watch them faint. And I'm not racially prejudiced as much as I'm culturally conscious. Once I start talking about culture and the culture in the United States, I'm saying, what are you looking at, Black people? I know who Thomas Sowell is, but I also know who Dr. Claude Anderson is too. Okay? So don't give me that bullshit. Let's go ahead and check the facts. Now it's time to check the facts.
Greenwood, Black Wall Street, destroyed. Wilmington, destroyed. Garvey, imprisoned and deported. The Black Panthers, assassinated, infiltrated, dismantled, moved, actually literally bombed from a helicopter in the middle of the city. The pattern is impossible to miss once you see it. It's impossible to not understand what that pattern means.
Look, you see this? You see this? That's Black Wall Street. To the Asian motherfucker who said, I would love to see y'all build some shit. Hey, 3 miles, over 40 prosperous businesses destroyed. I just went and interviewed one of the descendants. And guess what? I'm going to give y'all some fun facts before I get into the other facts. Did you know that the guy that they accused of raping the girl actually was in a relationship with her? and she never told them that she was raped by him? Did you know that they printed an article like 2 months before that said nigga town gotta go? Did you know that Sinclair had something to do with the bombing of Black Wall Street? Did you know that? Because guess what Tulsa was synonymous with at that time? Oil. So they didn't want you prospering. And then the guy that they said had did that to the white lady, he got out, came back and got the white girl, took her to Kansas City, and then eventually wound up in Chicago and had kids with her. They got grandkids together, who comes to Greenwood and Archer to the store that I went to talk to those descendants. Did you know that? The reason why they bombed it is because they didn't like Black people doing shit. So let's check the facts. Let's check your culture. Let's not talk about race. Let's talk about culture. All right, check this out. Fact number 1, Eric Harris. Since we like to talk about criminal behavior, let's talk about Eric Harris for a second. Does anybody know who Eric Harris is? Eric Harris is synonymous with the Columbine high school shooting in 1999. You might want to check that out. Okay, how about Dylan? I don't even know how to say his motherfucking last name. I don't even give a shit. Kybold, Columbine high school, 1999. Adam Lanza, Sandy Hook Elementary. This is an Sandy Hook Elementary. See, they love demonizing the images of young Black boys. And I say this all the time. It's dirty laundry. I talk about us. This is to raise awareness so we can know how we need to move in this matrix, in this ecosystem, in this habitat. I don't care what you say. Lions do not procreate with tigers. They do not habitate with tigers. Grizzly bears don't live with polar bears. So to those of y'all be like, we shall overcome, hands across America. We all need to be together. Integration and desegregation fucked us up because we don't have cultural exclusivity within the confines of the American society. What am I saying? What are you saying, Kevin? Kevin, KO, what are you saying right now? I'm saying the minute that we have some shit, they either tear it down or want us to assimilate into their culture to be their jesters and entertainment. Shall we keep going? Nicholas Cruz, Parkland. Nicholas Cruz, Parkland. Yeah, Parkland. 2018. 2018. Huh? Charles Whitman, University of Texas, Austin, 1966. You see where this is going? You see how this is fluctuating? You see how this is going from each season, like in your mama's time, and your daddy time, in our time, throughout fucking time. This was in 1920s. Okay? Hold on. Jeff Weiss, Red Lake, 2005. We're not in a racist country. No, this ain't racism. Don't exist no more. Oh my God. Racism absolutely does not exist anymore. Oh my God. That was so long ago. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that. I never owned a slave, but you benefit from a system that has slavery attached to it. All of the things that we use at our convenience, some of these major companies benefited from slave labor. Doesn't matter. Thomas Hamilton. This ain't even in the States. This is Dublin, Scotland, 1996. Keep going. I'm going to give it to y'all last. I mean, we could keep doing this. Timothy McVeigh, Oklahoma City. Huh? We can keep going. Robert Steinhauser, Germany, 2002. I mean, we could keep going. You want to hear some cold hard truth? Researchers studying mass shootings have found that perpetrators are overwhelmingly male, and several analyses of major school shootings have found that a majority of the perpetrators in those data sets were white males. Y'all not ready for this shit. Epstein files. Y'all not ready for this shit. Y'all not ready. Y'all not ready to wake up because you still think that you live in the American dream. But my question is it the American nightmare? Run that commercial, dog.
White person in this room who would be happy to be treated as this society in general treats our citizens, our black citizens. If you, as a white person, would be happy to receive the same treatment that our black citizens do in this society, please stand. You didn't understand the direction.
Oh, you didn't understand the question.
If you white folks want to be treated the way blacks are in this society, stand. Nobody's standing here. That says very plainly that you know what's happening. You know you don't want it for you. I want to know why you're so willing to accept it or to allow it to happen for others.
Watching it, do you feel guilty about being white?
Not at all. I didn't choose it. I can't lose it. Why would I feel guilty about it?
Do you think there are things white people should feel guilty about? All white people should feel guilty about?
Behaviors, white behaviors, yes. But I don't think you do those things because you're white. I think you do those things because you're ignorant.
So you're conditioned to do these things,
Absolutely.
to be racist?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And it works. The conditioning is working, has worked for a very long time.
Absolutely.
Do you think all white people are racist?
I think if you graduated from high school and you aren't a racist, you weren't listening. You should have gotten an F in social studies.
So that's a yes. All white people are racist.
We are conditioned to the myth of white superiority from the moment of our, in fact, before birth. We are conditioned to the myth of white superiority.
Some people who watched these events today they'll have this interpretation of it, and just bear me out on it, that you met these people, you brutalized them to some extent, you were very hard on them, you made them insecure, you made them question all sorts of things about themselves.
Did you ever see a lynching?
Obviously.
Of course. Would you like to?
Let's stick with the tradition of me asking the question.
Let's stick with this. What I do looks brutal to white people because that isn't something they have to live with all day, every day.
But you know the accusation. The accusation is you're manipulating them.
Of course I am.
And that's wrong. You're playing with their feelings.
Yes, and it's wrong when it's done on a grand scale in society. It's even more wrong, but we do it all the time.
You've been doing this for more than 4 decades.
Yeah?
What do you think people are going to say the legacy of Jane Elliott is?
Don't care.
You must care. You've
care.
been doing this to change behavior and make the world a better place. You must care.
Don't care. What people say about me is of little importance to me. Did I make a difference today? Did I make a difference today? Did I make a positive difference today in the area of racism? And that's what I want to do.
I'm just saying, hey, listen, I don't care. I know this is uncomfortable. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. And now we're going to do the rinse cycle because it's supposed to be uncomfortable. This is supposed to be some uncomfortable shit. Do you want to hear some real shit? Check this out. Laws were implemented so white people couldn't do shit to you without having consequences. Laws weren't put in place for you because you technically weren't a citizen. So here's the thing, rinse cycle. If America expects black people to forget historical injustice, why does America spend so much time remembering its own triumphs, wars, founding fathers, and national tragedies? Who gets to decide which history matters, which history should be forgotten? Do the Jews allow anybody to forget the Holocaust? I want y'all to know that's not anti-Semitic. It's just a question. Why is it that so many people view Black Americans as a monolith? Why do we get so little credit for overcoming some of the most brutal treatment any group has endured in this country's history? I'm talking about slavery, lynchings, segregation, redlining, urban renewal, mass incarceration, and generations of systemic barriers. Yet somehow, when we speak about these realities, we told to get over it. We're in a new time. Everything's so new. Do we tell victims of trauma to simply move on as if nothing happened? Is that how healing works? Is that how recovery works? Why is it unreasonable to believe that Black communities are still unpacking the effects of policies and practices that intentionally disrupted our families, our neighborhoods, wealth, and opportunities? Why can't we still be processing the images of people who look like us hanging from trees? Why can't we still be recovering from generations of being treated as less than human? Was it really that long ago? Oh my God, it was so long ago, but Martin Luther King died in 1968 from assassination. Fred Hampton was assassinated by the government. If memory serves me correctly, desegregation happened less than 100 years ago. Many of the people who lived through Jim Crow are still alive today. This ain't ancient history. It's a living memory. And we keep seeing it on repeat every day, every day, every day. And if we're going to have an honest conversation, America, let's have one. Why was the thriving Greenwood district in Tulsa destroyed? Why did prosperous Black communities in East St. Louis, Rosewood, and countless other places become targets of racial violence? What was so threatening about Black success that entire communities had to be burnt, bombed, or dismantled? Just tell me what it is. How? It often feels like we're damned if we do and damned if we don't. If we talk about history, we're accused of dwelling on the past. If we talk about it, we're accused of ignoring reality. If we succeed, we're told racism is over. Hold up. If we struggle, we're blamed for our circumstances. One thing is certain. I have serious questions about a society that constantly lectures the world about civility while often refusing to confront the history of incivility and inhumane behavior. Yeah. A society that demands accountability from everyone except itself. A society that celebrates freedom while asking descendants of the oppressed to forget the freedom we were denied in the first place. You weren't even a citizen. You ain't considered a citizen. To this day, you're not considered a citizen. If y'all really want to know some shit, look up peonage and look up why they purposefully lock you up and give a 17-year-old 35 motherfucking years. Free labor, anyone? That's what it was about in the beginning, right? Slavery was about free labor. That's what y'all don't know. It wasn't so much as about color, but they needed to have somebody do the free labor. And they picked these niggas, and we still them niggas. You're still a nigga. Maybe the real question isn't why Black people still talk about these issues. Maybe the real question is why are so many people uncomfortable when we do? Run the video, man. We're going to put it on the clothesline. Here's something that I want y'all to understand. The suffix ist, if you look it up, means that you specialize in something. So, for example, a linguist, a pianist, a machinist, a phlebotomist, right? The ist suffix means that you specialize in a particular field. So, can Black people really be racist? Have we ever developed systems that oppressed races specifically? Do we specialize in creating structures that oppress other races? So how the fuck can we be racist? We could be racially prejudiced, that's for sure. Race is a new phenomenon. We could be bigoted, but a racist? No. So with that, we're gonna check out the book of the week. The book of the week, today's book of the day is They Came Before Columbus. Because somehow, they like want us to get out of their country. But if memory serves me correctly, if I'm really looking at this from a realistic standpoint, you can't discover a place that was already inhabited. It's technically impossible. And I understand all the nuances of they discovered the new world for them. They were discovering a place that they can come from. But if we look at history, who was coming over here? What were the British getting rid of? Red coats, blue coats, right? They came before Columbus. Did y'all forget we fought a Mexican-American war? Did y'all forget that the indigenous people were placed in a place? What's the culture? Let's not talk about race. Let's talk about culture. And what I want to tell you is that they came for Columbus. You should get this book. It's a really good read. So with that, I want y'all to have a good night. Reflect on the information that I sent you, that I gave you guys. And always remember, take your life off spin cycle. And don't forget to follow, share, like, subscribe. Pyro Media, KO. It's been Dirty Laundry, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Peace to the gods.
What up, everybody? This your boy KO. If you want to follow my content and see more of the interviews, you can follow me at IAMAKING Studios on Instagram or the same thing on YouTube. Hey, you never know where I'm going to pull up next. Get at your boy. I might speak.
Thank you for watching Pyro Media Network. For more information, please visit pyromedianetwork.com.